August 2024, we went on a tour of Turkey. It was a 10-day trip. Troy, Ephesus, Pamukkale, Cappadocia, and Istanbul. We visited many ruins and tourist spots, and there were beautiful sunset. The spectacular scenery of Cappadocia. I was able to enjoy the breathtaking scenery. And Istanbul, a city that has been a crossroads of civilizations for centuries. I hope you can feel the charm and excitement of Turkey through this video. Now, the journey begins. My flight departs at 10:30 p.m., and Narita Airport is quiet at night. I'll be flying with Qatar Airways this time. First, I'll spend 11 hours traveling to Doha, Qatar, where I'll transfer from my flight to Istanbul. Wishing for a safe journey. Goodbye, Tokyo. Doha Airport is spacious and very modern. There was even a monorail running through it. It feels like a major hub for transit, and the airport is enormous. I don't have much time here this time, but I'd love to explore more on my next visit. Enjoying a leisurely wait at Starbucks before my flight. Now, it's time to board my flight to Istanbul. Arrived in Istanbul. From here, we're taking a bus straight to Conakale, where our hotel is located. Our local guide has joined us, and we'll be traveling together around Turkey from now on. Crossing the Conakale Bridge, which connects Europe and Asia, we arrive in the town where the ancient ruins of Troy are located. Welcome to Conakale. Right away, the Trojan horse greeted us. This Trojan horse was a gift from the Hollywood movie Troy, where it was actually used in the film. Our first night stay is at the Colon Hotel. We have a nice room with an ocean view. The sunset over the Sea of Marmara is beautiful. In the evening, we enjoyed a buffet featuring our first taste of Turkish cuisine. Turkish restaurants offer a lot of vegetables, making it very healthy. Phew, I'm full. I've been on the move since yesterday, and I'm tired. Tomorrow marks the beginning of serious sightseeing. Good night. Today, we're heading to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the ruins of Troy. We have breakfast at a restaurant with a view of the sea. This dish, with tomatoes topped with cheese and baked, is really delicious. I had it every day during my stay in Turkey. We've arrived in Troy. Troy is a very ancient site that dates back to 3000 BC. As I reflect on the ancient Trojan War, I picture the people of Troy. If you're not familiar with the story of Troy, I recommend watching the movie Troy to prepare. It features a young Brad Pitt in a really cool role. Squirrels welcomed us as well. When the ruins of Troy were discovered, the excavation was quite aggressive. which unfortunately damaged many of the important remnants from the Trojan era. As a result, many mysteries still remain. After visiting the ruins of Troy, we headed to a souvenir shop along the highway. On a tour, we usually stop at various souvenir shops, right? Here, I bought some high-quality olive hand cream and some really delicious honey. Next, we will visit another ancient site, the Asclepion. The ruins, including the impressive Roman aqueduct and theater, are remarkable, but they might not leave as strong an impression compared to Ephesus, which we'll visit later. Climbing up to the theater and seeing the Asclepian ruins from above was quite lovely. Still, there's not much shade, so it's hot. The Asclepion is said to be the oldest medical facility in the world, but it also includes a theater and other structures, making it a city in its own right.
Böyle bir arabayı almak için neyi yuttun, neye göz yuttun?
The Aegean Sea is coming into view. Today, we'll be staying in the resort town of Kusadasi along the Aegean coast. We've arrived at the Charisma Deluxe Hotel. It's a wonderful 5-star hotel, and we were welcomed with a welcome drink and live piano music. From our room, we have a panoramic view of the Aegean Sea. We're watching a breathtakingly beautiful sunset. We all took photos with the sunset in the background. The outdoor barbecue is amazing, and both the fish and meat are incredibly delicious. Dining by the seaside is just the best. Listening to the soothing sound of the waves. There's also a Starbucks in the hotel, and it's such a wonderful place that I would love to stay here again. Good night. Good morning. The morning Aegean Sea is calm and lovely. We're having breakfast on the terrace, enjoying the sea breeze. Today, there's an abundance of bread again. Muffins are growing on the tree. Little birds have come close. They're not afraid because they're used to being fed by people. We've arrived at the Ephesus ruins. Look at this vast landscape. Ephesus boasts some of the largest ruins in the world. Ephesus has existed since around 1000 BC and reached its peak during the Roman era. Among its most famous structures are the Library of Celsus and the Great Theatre. However, the port of Ephesus became silted over, causing the city to move further from the sea and lose its status as a commercial center. Subsequently, the city was destroyed by Arab invasions, and eventually, Ephesus was abandoned. The main street, Euphrates Street, is paved with marble and stretches about 600 meters from the entrance. Just walking along this luxurious avenue allows you to feel the prosperity of Ephesus in ancient times.
They don't like to go there holidays. Look. Yeah, my friends, you see.
The Library of Celsus, counted among the world's 3 great libraries, is the main attraction in Ephesus. As expected, there are many people here. What an impressive entrance! The Roman sculptures are also beautiful. The shaded areas are quite cool. It is said that there were over 10,000 books in the library at that time. Since Ephesus doesn't have roofs, everyone is taking a break in the shade. I'll rest here for a bit, too. The marble-paved Marble Street is quite spacious as well. At the end of Marble Street, the largest theater in Turkey comes into view. Unfortunately, it's currently under renovation, so we couldn't go inside, but its capacity of 20,000 is truly impressive. The sun feels huge from here. Could it just be my imagination? There's also a museum where you can experience the history of Ephesus through a stunning projection mapping. So we've enjoyed our time at the Ephesus ruins. We stopped by a souvenir shop that's typical of tours. Turkey is also known for its leather production, so we visited a leather goods shop. While this store doesn't have any, the bazaars in Turkey are filled with counterfeit brands. Be careful, as counterfeit items can be confiscated due to customs regulations. Phew, you can experience the feeling of being a model here. Let's strut down the runway with style. Now, leaving Ephesus behind, we're heading to another UNESCO World Heritage Site, Pamukkale. Visiting 2 World Heritage Sites in one day feels a bit luxurious, doesn't it? But as expected for a World Heritage Site, there's a huge line. Actually, this place has not only thermal springs but also the ruins of the ancient city of Hierapolis. It's such a luxurious spot to have both ruins and hot springs in the same location. But it's so vast. And it's incredibly hot. I need to stay hydrated, or I might just melt away. Oh, I can see the white terraces coming into view. This scenery is absolutely stunning. In fact, due to resort development, a lot of the thermal springs have been extracted, and there are fewer of those blue pools like there used to be. Still, this bright white limestone ground is a sight you can't see anywhere else. And from the moment you step in, it's time for a foot reflexology massage. It really hurts, but it's for my health. The hot springs flow into these white terraces, creating a natural thermal pool. Plus, the water temperature is just perfect. Wow, being able to soak in hot springs like this in such a beautiful natural setting is a luxury, isn't it? All my fatigue just disappears. I wonder if people from the Greek and Roman eras also soaked in these hot springs? It seems that hot spring lovers have always been around, just like today. Since it gets quite crowded, it might be best to come around early in the morning. The antique pool, where ruins lie submerged, is said to have been enjoyed by Cleopatra as well. Well, today's accommodation is Pam Thermal Hotel. It's a resort hotel with a thermal pool located about 15 minutes by car from the Travertines of Pamukale. This place features a thermal pool that resembles the Travertines of Pamukale. Plus, you can get a full-body mud pack here. It feels so amazing. My skin has become super smooth. So today I enjoyed the healing experience of Pamukale while taking in the beautiful scenery. If you ever visit Turkey, be sure to experience this white miracle for yourself. Good night. Good morning. There are hot air balloon tours in Pamukale, too. Today, we're moving to Cappadocia from the morning. It's a long journey that will take almost the whole day. On the way, we'll stop in a town called Konya. On a private tour, you would typically fly from Istanbul Airport to Cappadocia on a domestic flight, but this time we're taking a leisurely bus ride. We've arrived in the historic city of Konya in central Turkey. Today's main attraction is the Mevlana Museum. This is the resting place of the famous Sufi poet and philosopher Rumi. It's a museum converted from a mosque, and it's my first time entering a mosque on this trip. Rumi was a poet and philosopher who thrived in the 13th century. He spread the mystical teachings of Sufism, advocating love and peace. Inside the Mevlana Museum, there are many exhibits related to him, allowing us to gain a deeper understanding of Rumi's life and teachings. Inside the museum, there are beautiful Islamic calligraphy and exhibits that recreate life during that time, making you feel as if you've stepped into history. And when you think of Konya, you think of this, the whirling sima, which is a symbol of Sufism. This ritual, in which Sufi practitioners spin around continuously to draw closer to God, has a mysterious charm that brings a sense of calm just by watching it. In Turkey, this famous dance from Konya, performed by the followers of Sufism, might be something quite unfamiliar to us Japanese.
プレゼントすることもいいと思ってください。お金持ち方、東トルコも。
After a while on the bus, we stopped at this building. It's a facility that has been around since the Silk Road era, functioning like an inn and a marketplace. This place is very quiet, with hardly any tourists around. You can enter buildings that exude history. During our visit, there was a carpet exhibition taking place. Local people were also celebrating a wedding, making it a wonderful place to be. We've arrived in Cappadocia. In Cappadocia, we will be staying at a cave hotel. This Yukasar Kaya Hotel is said to be the first cave hotel in Cappadocia. It's located in the Yukasar area, which means Kaya Hotel. The atmosphere inside this cave is wonderful. It feels like a world from an RPG game. It's a bit scary to walk around alone. I had a meal at the hotel for a while. Everything was delicious, but with the olives and turkey's hard water, my stomach's a bit upset this time. Make sure to bring some stomach medicine with you. I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'm heading to bed early tonight. Good night. Good morning. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. It's finally time for Turkey's #1 breathtaking experience, the Cappadocia Hot Air Balloon Tour. This is how the balloon rises up. Each balloon can carry about 20 people, so it's actually quite large. Take off. Whoa, it's actually pretty fast. By the way, I'm actually quite afraid of heights. Even at this altitude, I'm already feeling a bit nervous. I was crouched down the entire time I was in the balloon. If you find Ferris wheels scary, this might be a tough experience for you. Cappadocia was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its extraordinary rock formations created by nature and its rich cultural heritage spanning centuries. Taking a hot air balloon ride over these unique rock formations is an activity you have to experience at least once in a lifetime. Whoever thought of the hot air balloon tour is truly a genius. From here, please enjoy the breathtaking aerial views of Cappadocia's rock formations and valleys. The unique rock spires and fairy chimneys look like miniature models from above, while the vast landscape and scattered balloons create a stunning, unforgettable scene. Just like us, many other balloons are floating through the sky. These balloons themselves are part of the beautiful scenery that colors Cappadocia. The endless expanse of land and the beautiful sight of scattered balloons are mesmerizing, and I could watch them forever. The balloon glides close to the ground, and you can clearly see the buildings and the people waving. It's wonderful to know that many people still live in such a naturally rich town. The sky adventure is nearing its end. We slowly descend towards the ground, and the balloon safely lands. After the ride, we celebrate everyone's safe return with a champagne toast.
After champagne, I will give you a flight to the gate. But first, we have a tip box for my tip today. They have a lot of demand to give something for my
Thank you for the wonderful tour. I left a tip of 200 Turkish lira. It's one of the most beautiful tourist destinations in Turkey, and I've created lovely photos and unforgettable memories here. After riding in the hot air balloon, we head to Gorim National Park. We pay the entrance fee and let's go. This Gorim National Park is registered as a World Heritage Site and is a place that encapsulates the charm of Cappadocia. This Gorim National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a place that encapsulates the charm of Cappadocia. These astonishing rock formations. Once upon a time, there were monasteries here, and many cave churches still remain today. The peak period was between the 9th and 13th centuries, during which it's estimated that thousands of monks and clergy lived throughout Cappadocia. It's much larger than I imagined, and it was quite a significant community. Please take a moment to enjoy these fairy chimneys and the beautiful scenery. The next place we visited was Pasabag. This is a place filled with uniquely shaped rocks, also known as fairy chimneys. Look at them. They resemble sculptures created by nature. The mushroom-like rock at the top is entirely natural, formed by erosion. The rocks in this area have been shaped over thousands of years by the erosion of wind and rain, giving you the sensation of having wandered into another world. I will stay another night at Yukasar Kaya Hotel. I'm tired because it was an early morning today, and since tomorrow will be early too, I should head back and get some sleep. In the early morning, another delight is witnessing the balloons flying over the beautiful streets of Cappadocia. Riding in a hot air balloon is great, but watching the balloons is also very photogenic. The sunrise is beautiful. And I was able to take some great photos. Today, we will visit the tourist attractions of Cappadocia, the Kaymakli Underground City, Yukasar Castle, and Pigeon Valley. Kaymakli means to shop a lot in Japanese. What a terrifying name it is. Medieval Christians hid here from the Islamic world, and inside, it's like a maze. If you get lost, you might not find your way out. There are quite a few highlights, but in the video, all the scenes might look the same, so I'll skip the video. I've emerged back to the surface. The souvenir shops are lined up, creating a lovely atmosphere. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to do a lot of shopping here. What a shame. Lunch is at a cave restaurant, and we're having pot-cooked kebab. Speaking of pot-cooked kebab, there's this performance that goes along with it. It's delicious, kind of like beef stew. Pigeon Valley and Yukasar Castle are also great photo spots. I'm definitely tired. Good night until Ankara. Ankara is a bustling city. I found a local supermarket with really cheap souvenirs, so I ended up buying a lot. I arrived at a quirky hotel with luxurious furnishings and a charming atmosphere. In Ankara, I'm just here to sleep, as tomorrow I'll be heading to Istanbul. I've arrived in Istanbul. First up, when you think of Istanbul, you think of a Bosphorus cruise. Istanbul spans both Europe and Asia, divided by the Bosphorus Strait. The Bosphorus cruise takes about an hour, starting from the pier on the European side, traveling up to the July 15th Martyrs Bridge, and then returning. The European side is packed with famous sites like historic mosques, the Dolmabahce Palace, Rumeli Hisari Fortress, and Galatasaray Island. The Asian side, while subtler, has an elegant charm, with seaside vacation homes owned by Turkey's elite, a favorite getaway for the country's celebrities. The European side is truly a bustling metropolis. I'd love to see the nighttime cruise too. We're getting close to the pier. Landing in Istanbul, on the European side. Right away, the old city welcomes us with mosques. The smell of bakeries and fish sandwiches fills the air. After the cruise, it's on to Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, and the Grand Bazaar. 3 stops in a row. First up, we're headed to the Blue Mosque. The sun is so bright, and with the blue of the Bosphorus merging with the blue of the sky, the city of Istanbul looks incredibly beautiful. The trams are new and clean, and I plan to ride one tonight. The underground passage is bustling with lots of street vendors. After walking through some charming little streets, we soon arrive at the Blue Mosque. The Blue Mosque, officially named the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, was built between 1609 and 1616. The interior is beautifully decorated with blue and white tiles, and its exterior harmonizes with Istanbul's blue skies, earning it the nickname Blue Mosque. The Blue Mosque is beautiful from the front, but the interior is even more impressive. Tada! Look at this beautiful interior. The Blue Mosque is said to be the most beautiful in the world. Isn't it wonderful? I could easily spend an hour or two just soaking in this space without doing anything. However, we have plans for the rest of the day, so we'll wrap this up quickly. It's just a short walk from the Blue Mosque to Hagia Sophia. Streets like these have such a lovely atmosphere. Hagia Sophia has a chapel on the first floor, and you can go up to the second floor. Originally built as a cathedral in the 6th century by Emperor Justinian I of the Eastern Roman Empire, it was converted into a mosque after the Ottoman Empire conquered Istanbul in 1453. Its architectural style features a massive dome and exquisite mosaic decorations, making it a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture. We're walking through the streets of Istanbul from Hagia Sophia to the Grand Bazaar. The streets of Istanbul show a hint of Asia within a European landscape. The glimpses of the sea are beautiful, and I never get tired of walking around. We've arrived at the Grand Bazaar. This is the oldest and largest indoor bazaar in the world, with over 4,000 shops inside. Souvenirs, spices, coffee, apparel. There are just so many shops. People from all over the world gather here, making it wonderfully lively. Be sure to take your time and come prepared with a little extra money to fully enjoy it. The Blue Mosque at dusk. The city of Istanbul is so colorful, changing hues with each moment and showing so many different faces. Our hotel is the Plaza Hotel Istanbul Old City. It's a large hotel located right in the heart of the city, and inside, it feels like a little town. Such a lovely place. After dinner, I'd like to take the tram and cross the Galata Bridge. I'm walking through the city at night. The mosques are beautifully lit up. I'll head to the tram station from here. The Galata Bridge connects Istanbul's old city with a new city, spanning the Golden Horn. I'm looking forward to it. This is the night view of Istanbul across the water. The Galata Bridge, one of the city's landmarks, is beautifully lit up. I bet many locals come here for dates. How nice! We're crossing the Galata Bridge. The illuminated night view is beautiful. Even at 10 p.m., there are many people fishing, and it feels quite safe here. There's a live performance happening on the street. I've heard music in quite a few places around here. We've arrived in the new city. Walking through the streets at night is fun, but we'll head back to the hotel for now. Finally, it's the last day of the tour. Today, we'll be visiting Topkapi Palace and the Egyptian Bazaar. Topkapi Palace was built in the 1400s by Mehmet II, and served as the residence of successive sultans for 400 years until they moved to the Dolmabahce Palace. It's both easy to understand, just luxurious. Gold, gold, gold. Gold, gold, gold. It's so sparkling that it's blinding. I can't sleep. We're heading to the Egyptian Bazaar. It's a bit smaller than the Grand Bazaar, but it's still a large indoor market. This is where I'll do my final shopping. I bought a lot of souvenirs. The last bit of shopping was a race against time. At the shop of the very kind Mr. Sirkin, I got to see all sorts of things. In the end, I didn't even look at the prices. Our last sightseeing is over, and it's finally time to return to Japan. Goodbye, Turkey. I will definitely come back.